Who the hell are you?
James Earl Jones.
Sir, my name's Ray Kinsella.
Rest in peace, sir. Oh, God. Sorry. My bad. You're still alive in this movie. Hi, my name is Shree, and let's waste some time together. Today we're gonna be watching Field of Dreams. So I had to redo this intro right after watching the movie. Yeah, this is being filmed after my reaction, just to clear something up. I thought that before covering any horror movies this Halloween season, I should maybe pick something completely different just to spice things up. So I picked a movie about sports. Trust me when I tell you this, I had no idea that this film is going to have supernatural elements to it. It kind of went in line with the theme of Halloween, and this is purely coincidental. This is one of the perks of doing the first time watching reaction series. Sometimes you truly don't know what you're gonna get. So to watch full-length reactions or to support my channel, you can head on over to Patreon at Shree Nation, or you can make a one-time donation on Buy Me a Coffee. I also have a Discord now where I update you guys on all upcoming projects and also get up close and personal with my subscribers. Links will be in the description box below. And so I think I've kept you guys here long enough. Let's get right into it.
I marched, I smoked some grass, I tried to like sitar music, and I met Annie.
So he became a hippie a little bit. Anything to rebel against the dad, I guess.
Annie and I got married in June of '74. Dad died that fall. A few years later, Karen was born. She smelled weird, but we loved her anyway.
Babies do smell a little weird.
I love baseball, and I'm about to become a farmer. But until I heard the voice, I'd never done a crazy thing in my whole life.
But that sounded wholesome as hell. I sure hope nothing goes wrong, like it happens in the movies.
If you build it, he will come.
Who the hell was whispering? Okay, I turned on this movie because I heard through the recommendations in my comments that this is a... Okay, stop. That's spooky as hell. I heard that this was a family-friendly, kind of like a wholesome movie. I didn't want to watch something that resembles Signs.
Annie, what was that?
What was what?
That voice just now. What was it?
We didn't hear anything.
Dad's gone a little crazy.
If you build it, he will come.
Okay, there is definitely something wrong here.
Okay, you must have heard that.
Sorry. Hey, come on in to dinner.
That's your cue to just leave. Please tell me that I didn't just turn on a horror movie. It would be fitting. It is October. It is called Field of Dreams, so maybe this is the field they're talking about.
If you build it, he will come.
If you build what, who will come?
He didn't say.
I hate it when that happens.
Me too.
Yeah, exactly. Ghosts can be so mysterious. Can you just like elaborate? Give a blueprint or something? Build what?
If you build it,
Oh,
he will come.
not again. Not at night. If someone's hearing voices at night, my brain goes to the worst places, like Amity Horror or something. Amityville Horror, sorry.
It's okay, honey. I was just talking to the cornfield.
Well, anyway, I was walking down along the street and I heard this voice.
James Stewart, right? Ah, I love him so much.
Why did you do that? It was funny.
Trust me, Karen, it is not funny. The man is sick.
Now I'm actually curious what that movie was about. Is it really that sick?
Who's hearing voices?
Ray is. Not in the fields.
No, I'm not.
Maybe not the best thing to broadcast. Oh my god. Maybe not the best thing to broadcast in a small town like this, especially
I'm just gonna get some 3-in-1 oil and
whatever
that ought
this
to
is,
do.
the 60s.
It's nice.
People usually have a lot of time and just one blanket term for everything. Man's gone crazy.
If you build it, he will come. All right, that's it. Huh?
This is too much. Sir, can you elaborate? Who will come and build what? This ghost wants to play baseball? Ray Liotta will come back? Man. For real though, if I build a baseball field and Ray Liotta comes back, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I think it means that if I build a baseball field out there, that shoeless Joe Jackson will get to come back and play ball again.
So that's a player, not his dad. So If you've not figured it out, I don't know anything about baseball. I don't know who the player he's talking about.
He sure was Joe.
He's dead. Died in 51. He's dead.
He's the one they suspended, right?
I don't know how the game works, but I guess this film would be a good lesson on baseball.
I'm 36 years old. I have a wife, a child, and a mortgage, and I'm scared to death I'm turning into my father.
What's your father got to do with all of this?
He had a dream. He had an unfulfilled dream of baseball. Maybe he's saying these things.
Man never did one spontaneous thing in all the years I knew him. And I'm afraid of that happening to me.
I mean, people in the previous generations weren't encouraged to do what they wanted. Like, my mom had the unfulfilled dream of being a singer, but her mom, my grandmother, talked her out of it. And now, in her 60s, that's all she talks about. It's kind of sad, but I can encourage her, but, you know.
If you really feel you should do this, then you should do it.
Wow, that's a supportive wife. I mean, I'm guessing building a baseball field requires a lot of money. Usually the wife would be like, heck no, fuck no.
What the hell is he doing?
He's plowing under his corn.
Why?
Maybe baseball has more money than farming? I don't know. This looks like the middle of nowhere, though.
He'd bought a new pair of spikes. So about the 6th inning, he took them off and played the rest of the game in just a sock. Called him Shoeless Joe.
People back in the day, especially in small towns, had way too much time. They're here to photograph this baseball field being built.
Now, he did take their money, but nobody could ever prove he did a single thing to lose those games.
Maybe it is the only baseball field in this town. That's something I didn't factor in.
I have just created something totally illogical.
That's what I like about it.
Maybe it's not very illogical. The townspeople were definitely interested. Maybe some people will start to play.
It's a good baseball field, Ray.
It's kind of pretty, isn't it?
Looks pretty good. What now? Will he come, though?
Daddy,
In a minute, Karen.
there's a man out there on your lawn.
Has he finally come? Has Jesus Christ finally landed on earth? Huh. Interesting.
Put up some coffee. Why don't you go on outside?
From the shadows, it looks like Ray Liotta, but why is he here in the middle of the night? In full baseball gear. Did he hear those voices too? If he builds it, go there or something? That's so weird. They haven't said a single word to each other and just started playing.
Bet it's good to be playing again, huh?
Getting thrown out of baseball was like having part of me amputated.
He must have definitely heard similar voices in his head, or how else did he end up here? How did he find this place?
Don't we need a catcher?
Not if you get it near the plate, we don't.
Right.
Throughout all this, I love that the wife is so supportive of this, because in any other instance, this would be so creepy. Your husband just playing with a guy in the middle of the night.
See if you can hit my curve.
Ooh, he hit your curve.
Man, I did love this game. Not a plate for food money. It was a game. The sounds, the smells.
I just realized something. This farmer built this entire baseball field for this guy so that he will come. Wow.
What's with the lights?
All the stadiums have them now.
Makes it harder to see the ball.
What's going on? He can't cross that line?
Can I come back again?
Yeah. I built this for you.
Yeah, man. This is interesting.
There are others, you know. There were 8 of us.
They're all welcome here.
Is this heaven? No. It's Iowa.
That's a sentence.
We're keeping
So
this
he
field.
is a ghost. Yeah, if that isn't like a confirmation that you were supposed to do this, wow. I thought he was like alive or something, but no. Oh, there are those 8 people. I'm guessing these are ghosts as well. Before someone comes at me, you just have to realize I don't know anything about baseball. So I thought the guy was actually alive. I don't know if they're talking about a real life player, Jackson, or they're just, you know, these are fictional characters, but I just thought the guy just like drove up here, saw the baseball field, and started playing. I didn't realize he was a ghost. That's so interesting. Don't tell me his dad's also gonna show up one day.
If you'd have run like that against Detroit, I'd have won 20 games that year. Pete's sakes, Chaconi, that was 68 years ago. Give it up, will you?
68 years ago. Interesting. So these were players from a long time ago.
Come on, asshole. Pitch. Weaver. Sorry, kid.
It's okay. I don't mind.
At first, I just thought the dad was delusional. He was just seeing things, but it's a shared delusion. The whole family can see it.
And I'm just trying to help.
I know.
So I thought you two were gonna watch some game.
Oh, they can't see it.
8 of what?
Them.
Who then?
Them.
Oh, shit. So it's only the family that can see these 8 players.
What are you watching?
The baseball man.
Do you see the baseball man right now?
Of course I do.
Oh, shit. This could be so crazy if you're an outsider.
You don't see these people? It's not funny, Annie.
Wow. I just hope they don't get considered as like the crazy family of the town. The crazy family of Iowa.
They couldn't see it.
This is really interesting.
Forget interesting. I'm kind of scared now. Like, are they haunted by, I don't know, crazy baseball players with unfinished business?
Now, let's see, I died in 70. That means I haven't had a cigarette in, what, 18 years?
He died in the 70s. So these people didn't just die unexpectedly. They died a long time ago.
All right. Come on, take a shower.
This is so fascinating. I wonder why this farmer was chosen to do this for these ghosts.
I'm melting! I'm melting!
That is so cool.
This is so crazy. It's cool, but I don't know.
What?
Ease his pain.
Ease his pain? Okay, there's like some demonic shit going on here.
What pain? Right? Whose pain? Thanks a lot.
This ghost is like giving half information. I'm a little worried for the family now. This seems like, you know, a little dangerous for the family. Soon the townspeople are going to start talking that they watch baseball games. That's not happening.
And I say smut and filth like this has no place in our schools.
So these kind of like book banning bitches were always present. I thought it's just a new thing with people having problems with like classical literature.
I experienced the 60s.
No, I think you had 2 50s and moved right on into the 70s.
Well, your husband plowed under his corn and built a baseball field.
Yeah.
There's an intelligent response.
The town, I'm pretty sure the entire town has been gossiping about a baseball field?
He is not a book burner, you see cow.
At least I'm not married to the biggest horse's ass in 3 counties.
All right, Beulah, do you want to step outside?
What a shining example of society. Trashing people's families all the while telling people what to read and what not to read.
Come on, let's see those hands.
The husband is so focused on ease his pain, he forgot his wife's pain.
Annie,
What?
we gotta go.
We gotta go. This is great.
Figured it out.
At least she won that argument. I kept saying this was the 60s, my bad. I forgot they were college students in the 60s.
He's my favorite writer too, but what's Terrence Mann got to do with baseball?
That is a good question. What does a writer have to do with the baseball field?
The last interview he ever gave was in 1973. Guess what it's about?
Some kind of team sport.
Annie, the guy was a baseball fanatic.
It was also so heartwarming to watch the wife stand up for the husband while the husband was just like
I mean, he made
in
the cover of
research mode.
Newsweek. He knew everybody. He did everything. And he helped shape his time.
In front of the whole town. That was awesome.
We are having moderate to heavy financial difficulties here, and you can't take off for Boston while we're going broke in Iowa.
That is true. I don't know where this is going though. Like, ghosts are playing in his baseball field, and now he's gonna hunt down a writer?
I think something's gonna happen to the game. I don't know what, but there's something at Fenway Park, and I gotta be there with Terrence Mann to find it out.
Good luck trying to convince Terrence Mann of all of this. He doesn't know who you are. Unless he's also hearing voices.
You were keeping score and
I was eating a hot dog. I had the same dream.
I'll help you pack.
So the wife is also being guided to fulfilling his mission. It's so fascinating. It's like a puzzle that's being solved little by little. One thing we have to consider, though, ghosts don't care about your financial situation. I'm pretty sure God didn't care about Noah's finances when he told him to build the ark and house every species.
How do you do, Mr. Mann? All right, stupid, put your hands up and get in the trunk.
Yeah, he might have to resort to that because you're a stranger. Why would anybody go to a baseball game with you?
Who the hell are you?
James Earl Jones.
Sir, my name's Ray Kinsella.
Rest in peace, sir. Oh, God. Sorry. My bad. You're still alive in this movie.
I can't tell you the secret of life. I don't give interviews, and I'm no longer a public figure. I just want to be left alone.
I guess he gets bothered by other people a lot.
Hey, I've come 1,500 miles to see you at the risk of losing my home and alienating my wife. All I'm asking is 1 minute.
One minute.
He still got that Darth Vader energy. Nearly crushed him with the door, not the Force.
Ow! Hey! Back to the 60s.
Wait a
back.
second.
There's no place for you here in the future.
Oh my God.
Get back where you...
I don't know what the hell he used. Was that bug spray? That is so disrespectful.
Now get the hell out of here!
Wow. The kidnapping method is still on the table. You could put a gun to his face and be like, let's go to a baseball field, bitch. Oh. God, this ghost should have armed him with a weapon or something. This is ridiculous. That's not a gun, is it? That's just his 2 fingers.
I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to do it this way.
What the hell is that?
Gun, what do you think it is?
It's your finger.
Get out of here. I'm not gonna show you my gun. I'm not gonna hurt you. I just need you to come with me for a little while and...
Yeah, he's gonna pull out his gun.
I'm gonna beat you with a crowbar.
You're a pacifist!
That's what you get for threatening someone in their house.
You kidnapping me? What's the deal here?
I was hoping I could just convince you to come with me.
So you are kidnapping me?
That is the definition of kidnapping.
I have to take you to a baseball game.
You what?
Tonight's game.
Oh my God. If only the ghost visited Darth Vader the day before.
I swear to God, I am the least crazy person I have ever known.
Then why are you kidnapping me to a baseball game?
Debatable. After you've seen 8 ghosts play in your front yard, it's debatable.
This whole thing is so weird.
And why go through with it?
It's a long story.
1 minute ago, he was trying to kill him with a crowbar, and now he's like, baby, there is an interesting story here I could write about.
I'm not gonna get rid of you, am I?
No, just come to this game with me. I swear to God, I will never bother you again.
Your attention, please.
Wow, he actually agreed? I would have been like, I'm gonna get murdered tonight. I'm gonna get my organs harvested.
I learned how to cook.
Maybe he doesn't have anything else going on in his life, so he's like, okay, what the hell? I'll entertain a kidnapper for a night.
So what do you want?
I want them to stop looking to me for answers.
No, I meant... What do you want?
This movie is so funny. From the beginning, it's like unexpectedly hilarious. Review break time. I don't know why, as a non-American, movies about American sports really fascinates me, and I've had my eye on Field of Dreams for a while, ever since I got recommendations for it. Despite the surprise that it had for me regarding the supernatural elements and the fantasy elements tied to it, this movie also dropped a ton of information on the history of baseball that I admit I had some trouble piecing over, before, so I did something I never do in my reactions, which is pause the video to do some background research. You would never notice it because I'm a very good editor, but during that research, I found out about the Black Sox scandal, the novel that this movie is adapted from, and the fact that the author character in the film was supposed to be J.D. Salinger. That was a lot, but I'm glad that even as someone who has never played baseball before, this movie was not hard to follow. It's less about the game, in my opinion, and more about unfulfilled dreams. It's about words not said, it's about scandals that were never resolved, it's about careers that never reached its full potential, and a lot more. Most importantly, it's a magical story that asks, what if the universe gave you a second chance? Would you take it, or should there be extra perks that must be tied to it? This movie also treats time very non-linearly, where characters just show up in different timelines in their lives. Our main character just gets dropped in the 70s, and even as someone who keeps up with these things, when a drastic change like a character just showing up as their younger self happens, I admit I was taken aback for like a second and I couldn't believe it. To be honest, I didn't mind it because it was a wonderful surprise that when the reveal happens, you know, and it makes me feel like I'm really glad that the movie doesn't spoon feed anything to the audience, just gives us subtle hints. And you have to have an open mind to believe that it is surreal, not real. Overall, Field of Dreams taught me a lot of lessons about baseball, like how this game is played, the Black Sox scandal that happened, and the fact that a baseball field is actually shaped like a diamond instead of a square like I thought. And it also taught me lessons about life, like follow your dreams, or if you have a secondary dream like Moonlight Graham did with medicine, let it not be one that's filled with regrets.
Go the distance.
I don't know where the hell this is gonna go. Go where, though? Ugh, this guy keeps giving riddles and shit.
I'm sorry, I guess you didn't have to be here.
What?
It's like you
Whenever you want to go, we can go.
got me out of my house to watch a baseball game only for us to not even finish it. Oh god, I would have been like, fuck you, you Iowa boy.
Fine, let's go.
I would have filed a restraining order immediately. At least let the man finish the game.
You got another message, didn't you?
You think I'm crazy?
I already think you're crazy. What did it say?
You kidnapped a man from his house. I mean, crazy is a light word. It's like, thank God. He also drives a van. We know what happens in vans.
Moonlight Graham.
Man, we were the only ones who saw it. It's all right to admit it. It's what told me to find you. Did you hear it?
So he actually saw it?
Go the distance.
Do you know what it means?
It means we're going to Minnesota to find Moonlight Graham.
So he also heard this stuff. No wonder he was so curious.
What do we do when we find him?
How the hell am I supposed to know that?
So bitchin'.
I don't believe I'm doing this.
I can't believe like so many people are having a shared delusion about baseball of all things.
Hey, Annie, guess what? I'm with Terrence Mann.
Oh my God, you kidnapped him.
No.
Man, if Terrence Mann didn't get that premonition or whatever, how could you have kidnapped Darth Vader to go the distance?
I love you.
I love you too. Someday explain all this to me, okay?
I'll try.
I don't think he can explain it to himself.
Why didn't you tell him? Annie, you got no choice in the matter.
Why does she have no choice in the matter? It's her house, her baseball field. Why are people so adamant on snatching somebody's own property away from them?
His baseball career never amounted to much, so he went back to school. His father was a doctor.
Do you know where we can find him?
That's a smart athlete. That's an athlete who knows, yeah, the time is up after you finish your 20s. Or 30s sometimes.
Yet no child was ever denied these essentials, because in the background there was always Dr. Graham.
You wrote that.
The day he died.
So maybe Moonlight Graham is another ghost that's gonna visit the baseball field?
What makes this one so special? We have to travel halfway across the country to find him 16 years after he died. There's gotta be more.
And who is giving them these messages? Who is the guy from beyond? I don't know anything about what's going on, but I'm so intrigued. I don't know anything about baseball. I don't know anything about Iowa, but I can't stop.
Terrence, did you know you're missing?
He technically is.
Notified police after receiving no answer to repeated telephone calls. Shoot, I better call him.
I mean, you are sharing a motel room with a strange man. You are kind of missing.
Take a little walk, be back in a while.
What did I tell him?
Beats me. Me and my schizophrenic friend is trying to find a ghost.
This year's.
The Godfather. So this is the 70s. I was thinking this was the 80s.
Dr. Graham?
Moonlight Graham is dead, though. But does he show up in the moonlight?
My name's Ray Kinsella. I'm from Iowa. Are you Moonlight Graham?
No one's called me Moonlight Graham in 50 years.
So he is roaming around. This is another ghost.
Do you mind if I join you? I mean, I'd like to talk to you.
Let's walk over to my office. What do you want to talk to me about?
Is James Earl Jones gonna meet him too?
What's so interesting about a half an inning that would make you come all the way from Iowa to talk to me about it 50 years after it happened?
Is it just him trying to find people who had unfinished dreams? Unfulfilled dreams?
I never got to bat in the major leagues. I'd have liked to have that chance. Just once. To stare down a big league pitcher. That's what I wish for.
Maybe he was sent by his own dad in ghost form to fulfill the unfulfilled dreams of baseball players, ex-baseball players, who are still roaming around wishing just once, you know? What if all that?
You came this close. They'd consider it a tragedy.
If I'd only gotten to be a doctor for 5 minutes, now that would have been a tragedy.
So he had the unfulfilled dream of the baseball game, but he also is proud to be a doctor. So why is he here?
I talked to the bank, and they told me that they had just sold the note on the farm to Mark.
Oh, no.
Right, so they own the paper now. And he says if we don't sell to them, they're going to foreclose. We don't have the money.
Man, if only the ghost came with some bank account number that had like millions of dollars.
No. I'm going to Iowa with you.
We're coming home.
Also, whoever that guy is, the brother-in-law, needs to be completely estranged from the family. He should be completely removed from the family. You kidding me right now?
Well, if it's okay with you, I think I'll just ride along a while. I play baseball.
Hop in.
All right.
Maybe it was meant to be. I wish real life was this
Place to play.
coincidental.
I heard that all through the Midwest, they have towns with teams.
Usually it turns into Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but...
I'm Ray Kinsella. This is Terrence Mann.
I'm Archie Graham.
Moonlight Graham. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
By the time I was 10, playing baseball got to be like eating vegetables. So when I was 14, I started to refuse. American boy refusing to have a catch with his father.
Maybe he didn't share his father's dream. Not everybody wants to be an athlete.
Anyway, when I was 17, I packed my things, said something awful, and left. Made it back for the funeral.
Unfinished business. Maybe that's one of those things that he is plagued with.
What was the awful thing you said to your father?
I said I could never respect a man whose hero was a criminal.
Who was his hero?
Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Oh, the baseball player at the beginning.
You knew he wasn't a criminal. Then why did you say it?
I was 17.
I gotta look into these players. Were they real or fictional? Like, going into something like this completely blind, not only blind, but even if I researched it, like, how can I research the history of baseball, you know? Can only imagine how much information I have to take.
This is your penance.
So, this is fascinating, though.
Can't bring my father back.
So the least you can do is bring back his hero.
That's definitely his dad who's telling him, build the baseball field for my hero. Has to be.
Now I know what everybody's purpose here is. Except mine.
I hope Terrence Mann is loaded, or else you're gonna lose your baseball field in your house.
Terry, I'd like you to meet Shoeless Joe Jackson. Joe, Terry Mann.
He's like, how are you so young and alive?
Hey, that's Smokey Joe Wood. And Mel Ott. And Gil Hodges.
So all of these are like baseball legends. Well, at least someone is playing here.
Well, what are you doing on the sidelines here? You came to play ball, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll go warm up.
Interesting. They know about him. No idea.
He winked at me. Don't wink, kid.
Yeah, well, for a second I forgot these were ghosts. At least most of them are, I think.
How about a warning?
Sure. Watch out you don't get killed.
Time.
I mean, even if he does get killed here, he'll come back to this field. Okay, so I got the rules a little bit. You have to reach that ending, like the final corner of the square, I guess, before the ball hits the ground. Like you have to run around the entire square until you reach it? Okay. I understand a little bit of baseball now.
Hi.
So can the ghosts, like, interact with this guy, though? Can they shove him around a little bit?
Who's this? Elvis?
Ray.
Yeah, he needs to stop being a bit disrespectful. I know he's like, they're having the delusion of a lifetime, but, you know, still, you're in someone's property.
Let us buy you out. We'll leave the house. You can live on it rent-free as long as you
What
want.
about the baseball field?
Ray, do you realize how much this land is worth?
Imagine the fat cut he's getting from this.
We don't have to sell the farm.
Karen, please. Just wait.
Yeah, don't talk to someone's daughter like that.
People will come, like buying a ticket.
People will come, Ray. Parises they can't even fathom.
That ghost is gonna have to do some overtime. Tell everybody to come here.
And they'll watch the game. And it'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters.
It is a magical land. It's kind of like a Beetlejuice for baseball.
You're broke, Ray. You sell now or you lose everything.
People will most definitely come.
I hope they do. He needs some money. He needs to get this shithead off of his back.
You turn your daughter into a damn space
Get your hands off
I'm trying to help you, damn it!
What the hell? Guy just dropped the child to make a fucking point.
I'm gonna call emergency.
Annie, wait.
What?
What's going on? Better get that daughter to a hospital.
What do we got here?
Oh, it is the young ghost of Graham. I thought maybe he was like a relative or something.
Child's choking to death.
Like a grandson, you know, I didn't think it was him. Okay, so the hitchhiker is... Oh, thank fucking
Hot
God.
dog. Stuck in her throat.
Thank God there was a medical doctor ghost.
Thank you, Doc.
Okay, this is grounds for killing the brother-in-law, isn't it? You come to someone's property, you throw their daughter off the bench.
Oh my God, you can't go back. You can't go back, can you?
It's all right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Okay, so once he crosses over, he can't go into the field?
I best be getting on home before Alicia begins to think
That's why it's called the Field of Dreams, I guess. You can have your dream one more time, but you can't once you leave it.
Where's going, Doc?
Don't miss you, Doc.
Man, I really thought the hitchhiker was a real dude. Didn't think that he was actually Moonlight Graham.
When did these ball players get here?
They were always here.
Hey, rookie! You were good.
At least he got to play a game, though. That's nice. It's crazy, like,
Do not sell this farm, Ray. You gotta keep this farm.
Okay, finally he saw it, but can he please get at least one punch? You threw someone's daughter out. You nearly killed her, bro.
Ray, we're gonna call it a day. See you tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
I guess now I see why they can't cross the line. If they cross the line, they go to the life they had after baseball.
Why him? I built this field. You wouldn't be here for work.
You have a family.
I know, but I want to know what's out there.
But you're not invited.
Not invited.
That's triggering.
I have done everything I've been asked to do. I didn't understand it, but I've done it.
What are you saying, Ray?
I'm saying, what's in it for me?
Yeah, like, what am I getting out of it?
Is that why you did this? For you? I think you better stay here, Ray.
I'm kind of scared, like, are they gonna kill Terrence Mann and bring him along with them?
I gave that interview.
You lied to me.
But you were kidnapping me at the time, you big jerk.
Well, you lied to me.
You said your finger was a gun.
Yeah. Kind of deserve it.
There is something out there, Ray. What a story it'll make. Shoeless Joe Jackson comes to Iowa.
Maybe that's why they chose him. Because he's a good writer and a famous one.
Are you gonna write about it?
What? You better write about it. That's what I do.
How do you write about something like this? Ghosts come to an Iowa cornfield to play baseball. I'd read it though. But I would question its legibility. Legitimacy, sorry.
Harry's been invited to go out with the other players. I want a full description.
Take care of this family.
Please don't die though. A ghost can't publish a paper or a book, I think. I still can't believe that this is like the wholesome version of Signs. Where instead of Mel Gibson losing his faith, this guy gains his faith. Oh, bro. Do we witness a man just die?
Bye.
I don't know what to question. I don't know what's real and what's fake in this film. What the hell?
What are you grinning at, you ghost?
If you build it, he will come.
Who will come? His dad?
Oh my God.
What? What is it?
It's my father.
He did come, finally.
Ease his pain.
Go the distance.
It was you.
No, Ray. It was you.
So Joe Jackson was the ghost that kept saying, if you build it, he will come.
I only saw him years later when he was worn down by life. He's got his whole life in front of him, and I'm not even a glint in his eye.
So since the dad is young here, would he remember his son?
Hi,
I'm John Kinsella.
I'm Ray.
So he doesn't remember
My wife, Annie.
the nasty things that was said.
Karen, this is John.
Hi, John.
Is he gonna say, this is my dad?
You catch a good game.
Thank you. So beautiful here.
Must be so bizarre to meet a young version of your dad, your parent.
Is this heaven?
Man.
It's Iowa.
I guess these ghosts were like roaming around trying to find that one last chance, that one last game. God, why is that so sad all of a sudden?
Is there a heaven?
It's the place dreams come true.
Maybe this is heaven.
I guess the movie is also telling us to go the distance. To never leave your dream unfulfilled.
Good night, Ray.
Good night, John.
Ray, you gotta tell your dad I'm sorry. That's your unfulfilled dream, your unfulfilled wish.
Hey, Dad? You want to have a catch?
I'd like that.
That's so nice. He finally played catch with his dad after saying no. Oh man. I guess that was his unfulfilled dream. Man, that's so sweet. Yeah, play more catch with your parents, you know? Talk with them more, know their story. You never know how long you have with them. Those are the cars. They're coming to watch. I don't know if they'll see the ghosts or not, but wow, look at the line. Terrence was right. I don't know if they'll see the ghosts or not, but you know, people could just start playing. They could just start having a game of their own. okay. I gotta be honest. I may not know anything about baseball, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some comments and be like, oh my god, you don't know anything about this game? Why are you watching this movie? Well, we watch movies to find out about certain things that we don't know about. We watch movies from different countries, different cultures, and different games. And I gotta say, even though I didn't know much about baseball, I don't know much about the characters that were being talked about, the baseball players, I don't know if they're real or fake. Are they from like actual history or not? But one thing is for sure, this is one of the most wholesome, one of the most like, I don't know, just like feel good, warm-hearted movies I've ever seen that makes me feel a bit like, it makes me feel like there's like butterflies inside of me, you know? It just makes me feel like I'm being hugged, you know, by my friends, by my mom, and I don't know what it is. It's like a really nice, warm feeling that I'm getting from this movie. And there weren't really any antagonists, maybe except for the douchebag with the papers, the brother-in-law. But yeah, even he was like, I don't know whether he was acting out of his own self-interest or whether he really did care about his sister. But whatever it is, a movie without really like actual antagonists and any kind of conflict is still so, I don't know, so heartwarming. And I can understand the message that the movie was trying to give that follow your dreams, fulfill your dreams, because you only have one life, and once it's over, you're gonna be left with, you know, what if I did that? What if I have one more chance? And I guess this field of dreams gave them one last chance, and I don't know what's gonna happen next. I don't know if the people who are coming to watch the game are even gonna see the ghost or not, but doesn't matter. I really do hope that they get some of their finances settled, because man, they could lose the house. The guy said the bank could foreclose, so whatever it is, I'm really grateful and I'm thankful that I watched this film, and I'm gonna go rewatch it again, but because I'm pretty sure I missed some of the dialogues, I mixed up the timeline. I thought it was still the 60s when it was actually the 70s or 80s, but it doesn't matter, it's not that big of a deal. But I'm going to rewatch the film so I can give a proper review breaks, and come back with proper thoughts, so be right back. Thank you so much for watching Field of Dreams with me. I think I've said everything I need to say during my reaction and my review break, and now I leave it to you guys. What did you think about Field of Dreams? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? What is your connection with this film? When did you first watch it? What did you think about it? And what did you think about the lessons that this movie shares? Leave in the comments below, and you know me, I interact with every single comment, so let's have a conversation. And of course, if you want to watch the full reaction to this, or if you just want to support this channel, you can at patreon.com/ShreeNation, or you can make a one-time donation and buy me a coffee at Shree Nation. You can also become a channel member by hitting on the join button next to the subscribe button. I also have a Discord where I get up close and personal with my subscribers and also give you updates on my latest projects. Links will be in the description box below, and thank you so much for sticking to the very end of this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I didn't waste your time. See you next video.